for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Mike 19, Mike 19. Don't say nothing. Mike 19, Mike 19.
Now Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
First carry now for David Montgomery, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now it's Goff.
That's going to be complete to Trinity Benson.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
To throw is Goff.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now it's Swift.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. On 2nd down, Swift.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Goff on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Bears have taken the early lead.
But CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but...
Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. Flush to his... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Charles Harris. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Malik McDowell. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He finds his target. It's Evans. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Matt Nagy correcting his decision to throw the red flag.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Bears take over.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields. It'll be a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. And then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Early on the running game.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge. So that challenge, a successful one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
We're good. We're good.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Calais Campbell busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. To throw is Fields. He finds Robinson. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it, and the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And this is caught by Williams. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On first down, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
So we reach halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Open man right side is Shark. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Play action. It's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll try the air now with Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Okay, baby, let's go.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, it's Montgomery. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Fields now to throw.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go, baby.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Goff.
Open man here is Benson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the 50, it's Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Goff throwing again. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Third and long. It's Fields.
And he's going to go down again. Julian Okwara providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 11, 2:09 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
That's nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We call that a sack block.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Let's go. Go. 43 is the mic.
On on first down. It's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Chicago,
they end the season on a high note, but it's a season that will see them finish just 4-13 overall.